So, shalom, brethren, shalom, people of God. This video is for end time message believers, especially the people of Capstone, the Capstone prophetic ministry people. Recently, for those of you that are aware, a lot has been happening with me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pastor Reuben Micah. People also call me Pastor Reuben Micah. That's the level the Lord elevated me to recently. So some things have been going on with me, and I went on to seek the Lord. I've been seeking the Lord. Even currently, I'm still seeking the Lord. And recently, the Lord have been speaking to me through brethren, through prophets, and speaking to me personally, one-on-one. So, and one of the things that the Lord has been telling me is that the unifying of the brethren is close. The unity of the church is close. And the elect at this end of the world, we are to remove everything possible that will hinder that unity. We are to remove everything possible that will make that unity not to happen. And that's the major reason why I'm doing this video. A lot of things may come, a lot of maybe gossip or things may come after this video, but I really don't care. What I care about is the advancing of the gospel and the unity of the bride. Now, what's this video really about? From the title, this video is majorly an apology. Recently, some people met me and were telling me that the reason why I'm going through what I've been going through recently is because I'm fighting against Babylonian preachers. That is all these denominational preachers. And some of them were telling me, people gave me all manner of advice, like to delete my channel, to delete the videos I've done, and blah, 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 blah. I didn't listen to them because those were the voices of men. So, but in my prayers, because I've been consecrating, I've been on the mountain. So, and in my prayers, the Lord met me and the Lord spoke to me. After the Lord spoke to me, I met a minister of God. I said it to him. And what the Lord told me, the Lord has also spoken it to me through two other ministers. When the Lord spoke it to me, I'm somebody who I don't do things except I'm convinced with a lot of vindication. So, two other ministers have spoken to me concerning the thing. One minister in the east, one minister in Lagos have spoken to me. I didn't really do anything yet until when the Lord now spoke to me personally. And then I went to another minister again. The minister spoke to me. And then God helped. One other minister I respect so much came. He doesn't even know what's going on. And he also said the same thing. So I'm now fully convinced that this is the Lord who is directing me to do what I'm doing right now. So, and I want those of you who will be watching this video to be highly spiritual and get the understanding of what I'm about to say in this video. Now, the Lord also spoke to me using scriptures. So, and the scriptures that I've received made me to now make up my mind that I'm going to do this video. If you notice, some time ago I did a video about Pastor Gabriel Ige and Ighorue. Because of something happened during that period. What really happened was that period I was really very, very angry. I was really angry because me and the minister of God were coming from somewhere, and I saw a video that was talking about head covering and whatever. And with the way the video spread, I was highly, highly angry. So, but sometimes when we are angry, we ought to seek the Lord and ask the Lord, what do we do next? Than to take an action. Because when we take the action at the end, we'll start to regret. But if the Lord gives you the go ahead to do a thing, you can never ever regret after doing it. Are you with me, brethren? So, I come to realize I don't really know Pastor Gabriel Ige much. I don't know him much. Before I did that video, we've tried going to camp. I've been seeing the way brethren are, but I didn't really know much about Pastor Gabriel Ige or much about Ighorue. We have been trying to come close. He also came close to me severally. He has helped me in some certain places of giving my converts sermons. Even he helped my wife several times. So, but we are not that what we say close. So I don't know him much. So, but so far so good. With time, I begin to hear more. I begin to do more research about them, because as the Lord started leading me to apologize to ministers of God in the message, the grace that the Lord has given to me, those of you who know me, God has given me grace to kick against false doctrine and false preachers outside, who are causing havoc outside. But the Lord has been dealing with me that the people who are inside, they are the laws to judge. Bible says, who shall lay a charge against the lost elect? He said it is the Lord, not man, that justify. So if I used to say that in then, that if my people are wrong, if God's people are wrong, then leave it to God. But if Satan's people are wrong, that's my work. Bible says we should contend for the faith that was once delivered unto the saints. And I'm never going to falter. I'm never going to reduce. People used to say, like when Pastor John Amnosike said I did a video to apologize to him. I say, no, not me. And I will never ever apologize to any denominational preacher. But this apology is to the Capstone ministers. Because a Capstone minister is a general. A Capstone minister is highly revered in the eyes of God. So, and I have to drop my ego because I'm growing up to be maybe half of what they have become. So, and with my research recently, I discovered that Pastor Gabriel Ige is a mighty man of God. News reaching me that one time the Lord vindicated him. One time during a camp meeting, the Lord vindicated him. And that's the major reason why a lot of Capstone brethren who are my family, I could remember those times when I would go to camp. Apart from the negative things I said in the previous video, let's look at the positive side where I would get to camp. And brethren, I used to see the love that brethren will show to me. Brethren who have not seen me before. So it's not only the negative side, we also talk about the positive side. So bro Gabriel Ige, from what I've heard, or Pastor Gabriel Ige, as I would love to call him in this video because he's a pastor. No, we don't just give titles anyhow. We give titles to people who are deserving of it. He has helped the brethren countless times. He has put his body on the line for the gospel. He has used his finances for the gospel. He has endured and fought for this gospel to make sure that the gospel has gotten to where it has gotten to now. The Capstone message. When I say gospel, I mean the Capstone message, the true message for this hour. So if he has flaws, I'll leave it to God for God to deal with. It's none of my business. So that's why I'm coming out to sincerely say I'm sorry to Pastor Gabriel Ige and Bro Tony Ighorue, who is another powerful evangelist that the Lord has used for Capstone, that has gone to places where Capstone message have not gotten to, and is striving to make sure that materials also get into places through every effort possible. So, and so far so good. Even after the video, I was expecting to maybe be attacked. I was saying it then to people close to me. I said, I don't mind after this video if somebody will come to my house and come and beat me up. But surprisingly, there's been a kind of maturity from the Capstone brethren. There was no attack whatsoever. And there's still a show of love. I was still invited one time to a program. So, and I want to sincerely admit that I was foolish. Yes, I want to sincerely admit that I was foolish in my actions. I prefer the Lord to deal with each of the Capstone people the way He wants to deal with them. If one has not come to a certain knowledge, let it take time. Let the Lord give it to them. That's what the Lord has been dealing with me recently, and I prefer to grow than to remain in a particular level. So Pastor Gabriel Ige deserves all regard and all respect from every believer, every Capstone message believer, because he has endured the sun, endured the rain to spread this gospel. And one of these days, if the Lord tarries, which I don't even pray the Lord should tarry, because this word is not where we want to wait for. There's no time, and that's why videos like this have to come out. And I thank God that the Lord kept him to be able to live to see me apologize to him. So genuinely from my heart, with all humility, I want to say I'm sorry to God's battle axe who God have used for the Capstone message. God's man, God's preacher, God's vessel. A man who people like me can look up to and say a father. Yes, and but Tony Ighorue too, the same thing. The same thing, a warrior when it comes to the Capstone message. Somebody who is brutal, just like me, a raw evangelist like myself. But I can't be comparing himself to me because me, I'm a small person. Me, I'm small. So that's why I want to apologize, and not only just to Pastor Tony Ighorue and Pastor Gabriel Ige. I'm also apologizing to every other Capstone brethren who used to see my videos and see me and say, oh, this is our guy, this is our boy. Yes, that will say, this is our boy. And then after the video, I disappointed them. And the thing will even affect some people that when they see me, they'll be like, oh, this is the brother that speak against our pastor. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I want you people to forgive me from the bottom of your heart. Because we know that the Capstone people, one of the key things that made us to be outstanding from the world is divine love. I will apologize to our inner people, the Capstone people who know the truth and who are receiving persecutions, tribulation, temptation, insults, all manner of attack because of this gospel. And funny enough, in my trials, in the little period of my trials, I converted the son of an occultic man in the UK, and he has been using everything possible to see how to destroy me. It is the brethren that God has been using to protect me. It is these same brethren. One time I had an issue with Elder Ighorue online, not even physically. But I'll tell you that man has been of great help to me recently. These are fathers of the Capstone message. These are people that have been vindicated of God. God has vindicated them that these are my people. It's just like when Ananias was complaining about Saul. God said, no, this is my servant, my chosen vessel. I want to use him. So, and the Bible says we should not rebuke an elder openly. Secondly, the Bible also says that we should not, it says in Exodus chapter 22, say, revile not the God, thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the elders of thy people. So that's why I'm admitting with the whole of my heart that I made a mistake. And I don't want this video to be misunderstood. I'm not apologizing about doctrine. Doctrinally, I still believe that hair is the covering, not hair tie. Bro Abraham preached it. Bro Frisbee preached it. So, but because I have an edge doctrinally above my brethren, does not make them less of God's people. So I want to say genuinely, I pray and I thank God. I know Pastor Gabriel Ige has forgiven me, and I know Pastor Ighorue has forgiven me, but I still want to do this video because I did a video and it went viral. It went outside the shores of Nigeria. So I'm also hoping that this one too will go viral, so that people will see and know that, oh, Bro Reuben is sorry for what he did. People will know that Bro Reuben is really genuinely sorry for what he did. So I'm sorry that I spoke against God's preacher. I don't have any business. God did not send me to be speaking against Capstone preachers. No, God did not send me to be speaking against end-time message preacher. If any end-time message preacher, I was stubborn-headed as a youth. If any end-time message preacher will make any mistake, I leave them to God. So, but brethren, now is the time for us to do away with the grudges. Now is the time for us to do away with the differences. Because the unity of the bride is close, the rapture is very, very close. God sees my heart. I'm not doing this out of pretense. Nobody forced me or talked me into it. It's because of we are seeing what God is doing and the revival that God has started. So, and I don't want to be left out of that revival. I'm not doing this to seek for anybody's help. In my trouble that I'm going through recently, God has been the one helping me. God majorly, then using the brethren. So I'm not soliciting for anybody's help. So, but I'm using this video to give honor to whom honor is due. Powerful men of God, highly revered men of God that deserve their flowers, men of God that deserve honor, deserve respect. Why? Because they've been through the thick and thin. They've received the bashing in this message. It will hurt me that I will add my own. So that's why I'm apologizing. This is just a video, but I'm also making moves to reach Pastor Gabriel Ige. I've tried to. I don't have a way to reach him directly, but I reach him through someone, and I'm hoping to see him one-on-one. I don't mind to still stand before the brethren and still tender this apology. That I was foolish and I allowed my anger get the best of me. I've spoken to God to have mercy on me, but I'm not just seeking for the apology, the forgiveness of God. I'm also seeking for the forgiveness of man and my brethren. If 1 or 2 or 3 people will bear witness and also pray for me, so that God will know that if anything happens to me, God forbid, because this work I'm doing, I'm in the public, I'm open to attack. So if anything should happen to me when I get to heaven, let me not be answering query for speaking against God's true preacher. I will answer query for speaking against false preachers. That one, no problem. But true men of God who have never spoken against Frisbee, who have never spoken against the Capstone message, who have not rubbished the Capstone message yet, those ones are my fathers. I will forever respect them and forever regard them. Then the Bible says if we are to correct one another, we should do it in love. I also speak this as a counsel to other young upcoming bloggers or upcoming preachers who love me and love the way I do my thing. Please, if you are learning from me, learn the good, don't learn the bad. Shalom and God bless you all. Thank you so much.